Now, I've opted to start with this particular case because there's some people who think jealousy cannot be so serious between siblings, your brother or your sister. Well, sample this 2016 case and think again. Saba Khan was 27 years old, and she was having an affair, a sexual affair, with her brother-in-law, the husband to her older sister, Saima Khan. Incidentally, Saba Khan was 27 years old, at the time this was happening, actually 26, and her older sister was 33, Saima Khan, the one who was married to a man called Hafez Rehman, who was a cab driver by profession. And they used to have sex, when Saima Khan is away at work, a mother of 4, and also inside his taxi, inside his cab. And this passionate love affair went on in secret for 4 years. Now, inevitably, one day the cab driver, Hafez Rehman, ended the affair. He called his lover and told her, no, this is too much. This has to end. I'm going back to my wife. I'm going to remain faithful to my wife. What you have been doing is very wrong. What you have been doing to your sister is very wrong. And so what Saba Khan did, she waited for her sister at home. And then she stabbed her 68 times. And then using the same knife, almost cut her head off. Why? Because her emotion, her lethal emotion of jealousy, told her one thing, that the road to happiness had only one obstacle, her own blood sister, Saima Khan. And so the solution? Get out of the way, literally. Then she'd live happily ever after with Bona Hafez Rehman. Now, when police responded to this call of distress at this house somewhere in the United Kingdom, Saba Khan told them that this was a burglary gone wrong. Somebody had been in the house. Now, you don't need to stab somebody 68 times to kill them. You don't. So why did she stab her sister, her own blood sister, 68 times? Well, it's that emotion I told you should fear. Jealousy. This was a crime of passion. And finally, this crime that shocked Britain, had an interesting end. Saba Khan finally confessed to murdering her own sister. Let's take a quick look at another case involving Holly Gazzard and Asha Maslin. Asha Maslin was a former security guard, and very much in love with the very gorgeous and beautiful Holly Gazzard. So one day Holly called him, and ended their affair, ended their relationship. And the former security guard poured cold water over her. Why? He said he was pouring cold water over her very cold heart, which had caused her to end the relationship. Then the man started stalking her and threatening her. And finally one day, he burst in at the hair salon where she worked and stabbed her 14 times before a packed hair salon. There were so many witnesses. And then he took off. Of course, he was later arrested, and convicted for this crime of passion. And of course, we can go on and on and on. Crimes of passion are rampant. And in this day and age of social media, they're on the increase. Now, there's nothing wrong with wanting to be happy. There's of course absolutely nothing wrong. It is your right to seek happiness. However, please, please, please be very careful. Because there's a monster inside each one of us. A very deadly and vicious monster. And if that monster is allowed, is given room, it could be fatal for you. Now, before I go, let me also say, husbands need to be very careful, extremely careful. Why? Because if your wife falls in love with another man, the chances are very high that it will end up with your murder. Yes, she's the mother of your children. Yes, you know her better than anybody else knows her. Yes, we agree. However, this monster called jealousy does not know you, does not know her, and is not interested. Be careful. There are so many cases. We read about these cases in the newspaper all the time. We read about unsolved murders all the time. And many of these, a vast majority of these, are crimes of passion. And the same can happen to a wife. Yeah, especially if the wife is the one who is more financially stable in the marriage. I think you know what I mean. As long as you're the obstacle to some people being happy, you're in danger. Your life is in grave danger, and that's the truth. Divorce is a terrible thing. Divorce should never happen. However, in cases like this, better to divorce. Better to live apart and remain alive. That's my view. Than to stick together and then the whole story ends up fatally, tragically, in murder. Until next time, this is Chris Kumekucha.